How you doing, guys? Professor EDC with another BLADE-OSOPHY Sunday, and today I'm going to talk about gossip and social media and this virtual reality in Facebook and in Instagram and Twitter and all that. First of all, let me tell you, I'm not up to date in Facebook. I don't have Twitter. I do have an Instagram where I keep a library of my pictures of my blades, the blades I've had or blades I've had on the channel. And that's it. But apart from that, and to be in contact with a lot of knife makers. Some of my followers, from time to time tell me what's going on Facebook, and hey, somebody mentioned you here, and then they spoke with ill will towards you, and what should we do, or you should fight back. And well, first of all, and please excuse the language, I'm too old for that shit. I'm sorry, but I am a person that when I have to confront someone, I will do so without a doubt, and I'm not going to warn anyone. I'm not going to. I'm just gonna step up and do what I have to do. Period. That's it. But that's in an extreme situation, right? Where I have to protect or defend someone or myself. Of course, comments and all that may feel I may feel angry sometimes at some comments. And for example, in my channel and in my Instagram, we may, of course, we're going to have different opinions on the subjects that I touch upon, and that's all right. And that's not only all right, but that's what I expect to have some sort of communication and enrich the dialogue. That's how we grow and improve ourselves, by contrasting our ideas to the ideas of others in a civil, in a decent, intelligent manner, in an intelligent way, but not, if I read a comment from whoever, and it's something that it's lacking intelligence, and it's lacking respect for me, since it's my house, because the channel is in a sense my house, as well as my Instagram, right, or my Facebook. Well, I'm just not going to allow that kind of thing in my house. I want certain kind of people in my house. I'm not going to invite a person who can't behave, whose intelligence is over here, right, and cannot respect me or others in my house, right? And that's just me. And to be honest, those are the rules I play by, and period. I don't care about anyone else's opinion in that sense. As anyone has their opinion and the way they live in their house, right? I'm not going to go to your house, to your homes, and tell you how to live. So I expect the same thing, and we can have a civil conversation. We can have. I've had wonderful conversations with very intelligent people, and very wonderful comments, but in a decent and educated way. and that's what I expect, and that's what I propose. But if I see a comment that is lacking respect towards me or towards any one of my followers, I'm just going to erase it and block that person. There are no second chances for me. So first one, bye. That's it. There's no 3 strikes. There's one. Strike one, out. Period. Because I really value the community, my community, and the community I belong to. So I belong to the English-speaking community as well. And I may disagree with many of you sometimes at different moments with some reviews. I've differed with my friend Metal Complex and Slicey Dicey, and we've written messages back and forth on certain blades, right? And we just exchange points of view, and that's healthy. And I may learn from that experience by, okay, now I understand. I didn't see that that aspect of the knife, and so you're right, and vice versa, But that's the thing, and that's one of the things that I value and I learned in the States. This enriching diversity, but in spaces that can be done in a civil and educated manner, right? That's necessary. It's not a matter of attacking anyone, right? We have different points of view. We know that. We come from different cultures, different languages, different backgrounds, different trains of thought, and that's perfect. Let's exchange. Let's enrich the dialogue. Let's become smarter, you and I. Let me enrich you, and I'm willing and I want to be enriched by your thoughts, by your ideas, but in a good way, in a sensible way, right? I don't ask opinion just from anyone. I'm very careful who I ask opinions from. I may ask an opinion from Metal Complex. I've done that. I may ask an opinion from Nicolas Chabas, and I've done that as well with Slicey Dicey, and many other friends, mates, and so. But we have to also respect that, right? If somebody doesn't ask for your opinion, then the best thing to do is keep your mouth shut. And that's what I do. If no one asks for my opinion, right? Then I try to keep my mouth shut. If we're talking about knives, then that's different. But that's something that we can do as professionals, right? Also, and that's another thing. One thing is talking with viewers, right? And enriching that wonderful dialogue that sometimes comes up. And then there's that dialogue between reviewers that comes up, and different points of view, right? We may talk about economy, and I love that. We may talk about economy through knives and steel prices, and we have different backgrounds, and I try to inform myself as best as I can, and up to a point where it's interesting for me, right? And so that I can talk about it. So that I can talk about the ergos on this knife. even though it's a small knife for me at least, and I like it. I started to like smaller knives as well. In the past, I didn't. I just couldn't. Just liked bigger, overbuilt blades. But now I opened up to that world, to that part of the knife world, and I'm fascinated by it. And I think that's the thing, to be more flexible. And yeah, we need to have our principles very clear as to being able to live by them. That's important, to live by our principles. But at the same time, not to force those principles on anyone else, and respect other people's principles and way of living. We can live in peace. And not only that, but we can enrich our lives with those differences. Let's talk about foods, and think about foods, and think about knives. Think about how enriching it has been, the influence of different cultures in the knife world. If we look at Persian blades, if we look at Japanese blades, European blades, and then we go into bladesmithing and steels